So this is what I do. I pull maybe a little bit more than that, but so I pull thousands of leads at a time. So I do like 5 to 10,000 a month. But before that, I would pull like 1,000 at a time. I would call through that list. I would let a rest get a new list, call that list, and then go back to that list and use it again. So like right now, I pull new leads each month, but then I also go back to the old list and go through those again. So I recycle my list, and so does the other coaches. You'll hear them say this as well. But you definitely don't want to just keep going through that 150, because you need, the more people you call, the more volume you get, the more leads in your pipeline. So the way it works, you guys, a lot of you guys think that the way it works is you call, get a deal, and that's it. No, this is how me, Steven, Jeff, Ellen, and Ashley have gotten to the point where we're at with our 6 figures a month. One is because 98% of your deals are going to be from follow-up. So you have to nurture the leads. It's rare that you get a deal the same day. It does happen, but most of the time it's because you're nurturing that lead. When I say nurture, you're building that relationship. You're watering that relationship, okay? And so then eventually that person comes around and finds a deal with you. So that's one. Two, you have to ask questions. Okay, so what could I have done differently to make this deal happen? They may have said, come up $5,000, and maybe you could have came up $5,000 per your target, right? Or you could say, hey, what was the reason why you didn't move forward with me on this deal? Use those as learning opportunities, or either have someone else call them knowing that that's what they want and get that deal, right? So ask questions. Always don't be afraid to ask questions and say, all right, so why is it that we can't come to a deal today? What could I have done differently? What can we do to get this deal done? All right. And don't just take no. Don't just take no and say, okay, bye. No. What could we do differently? Right? What needs to happen to make this deal work? No. And don't be afraid to say, I want this property, so I may follow back up with you in a couple weeks or a week. Categorize your leads, warm, cold, hot. Pick a day each week to just do follow-ups, no new leads. You just work follow-ups. If you have a VA, have the VA nurture the cold leads and you nurture the warm and hot leads, okay? Those are the ones you want to call daily and weekly. You want to lose a deal because you called too much, not because you didn't call enough. Because if you get in the Facebook group and ask your peers, you'll notice some of them lost deals because they waited too long, okay? You have to do more volume to get more activity, to get more deals, and track that volume. Track how many hours you called, how many calls you made in that hour, how many deals did you get. I want you to track all of that, because that's going to tell you what your VA can do if you ever hire one, and it's also going to tell you how to ramp up your business when it's time to add more deal flow. So, okay, I know I got to call 200 people to get, 5 leads to talk to, make one offer to get one deal. Like, I need to ramp it up, right? If I want to start doing 2 and 3 deals a month.